Hi, Nikki. So this is your general reading. I just sent you an email as well. Not sure if you are going to see it or not. But as far as the two physical orders, the one that was mailed out on July 19th, it still has in transit. It's been trying to get delivered and notices have been left because the shipping address was different on this one. It's going to Kira in Alberta. So that's where I shipped it to because that's how you had it. There was no notes at all, but that's where I shipped it. And then the next order was being attempted delivery. So that was from the live sale, I think, because it was a cauldron and some herbs and a rosemary and eucalyptus smoke stick. So that's also going to Kira because that's the shipping address that I had on there. So I just wanted to let you know that they are both there and they are attempting to deliver them, but she needs to go and pick them up ASAP or else they're going to be coming back here. If they were supposed to be going to you, then I don't know what we can do. But that's the shipping address that I had, so that's the shipping address that it was going to. All right, so let's get back to the reading. I'm going to cleanse, and then I will get into your reading. There it is. So I cleansed already, but I'm just going to cleanse one more time. So you have a general reading on here. How general readings tend to work is it's energy that I'm picking up on you at this moment in time. Energy is always changing and flowing. So as soon as you start making decisions, then things will change. So as my cards come out, it's like past, present, and future, but the future isn't set in stone because, again, as soon as you start making decisions, then things are going to change. The other thing that I like mentioning as well is I would watch this by yourself first, and then if you would like to share it with somebody else, then you are more than welcome to. It is yours. You can pause it. You can come back to it. You can rewatch it as many times as you want. It's totally up to you and at your discretion. Please let me know how it resonates, just so that I know that I have the correct energy. But I am going to focus on your energy on that screen right now. So again, just let me know about those orders too, because yeah, that's kind of odd that they're still not there, because the one was like a month ago that I shipped it. So yeah, it's going to be returned like any day now if it's not picked up. And then we'll have to sort out like repayment of shipping and those sorts of things too. So yeah, let me know. Anyway, let's get your reading. Do this. And I will pause in between my decks too so that you don't have to be bored with me shuffling, because I already just did my little spiel. Unless something's coming to me, and then I will restart the video. So the first card tends to set the tone of the reading with me. And yours is stability, harmony, and flow. It's very, very important to you to keep a schedule. And you like knowing what's going to happen. And you're a planner. I think you're a planner. You like knowing what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. And if things are just kind of on the whim, you don't really like it. You want that stability in your life. You want to have that little bit of control, because when things start veering off into different directions, then you're like, nah, it gets you out of your comfort zone. So when I say that, it's like spur of the moment, ideas, let's go do this, or let's go do that. And then you're like, whoa, that wasn't planned. Let's not do that yet. Or if you plan to leave on a certain time and you don't plan and you don't leave on that certain time, you start getting agitated and kind of like anxious about it. That's how I feel about that one. So action and beginnings and courage came out in reverse. So normally it's like when you're taking action with things, new beginnings are going to be coming. And it takes courage to do the new beginnings and take that leap of faith. I think that with you being an individual that likes set things, set plans, this kind of disrupts your action. When I say that, it's like when things kind of go a little bit awry, it throws you completely off. And it's almost like it's like going to be going down like a downward spiral, okay? Try not to let it influence you as much as it has been, because again, this is kind of like past stuff. So when I say like with this, it's just the kind of the imagery on this one. You could have fire in your chart as well, so Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but more this is like the imagery on this card. Karma, balance, and justice came out next. So balancing, again, is a huge thing for you. You need to have that balance in place in order for you to feel safe and secure. If the balance is out, then it kind of upsets you a lot. Rebirth in winter. This is right in the middle, kind of in the middle of my deck. I think something happened this past winter that really agitated you. That really kind of flipped a switch in you, and your vanity and pride may have taken over a little bit with this. Your ego, I think, got in the way. So everybody has an ego, everybody has an inner child, and everybody has a shadow side. So I think your ego was getting in the way of certain things, and the clock in the background is really sticking out to me too. So this is about a cycle. This is a karmic cycle that you have been going through, and you need to learn the lesson from the karmic cycle in order for you to break the cycle so that you can continue on with going to better things. Okay, so right now it's facade, and it's like you're unplugging. You need to unplug. So are you spending a lot of time on your phone or the TV? Electronics. I think that you're spending a lot of time around electronics. I think it might be work too, like electronics at work. You need to somehow reset and get away from some of the electronics, because I think that's really messing with you. The energy around electronics. The Venus and the offer came out with the rose. Rose to me is about like self-love, self-care, compassion, and it's like an offer to yourself to start looking after yourself better. Because I don't think that you are really looking after yourself the way that you could be looking after yourself, health-wise, okay? So when you start looking after yourself and start having that self-love and put energy back into yourself, then you're going to be feeling a lot better, and you're going to be feeling a little bit more freedom, and opportunities are going to be coming to you. You are, I think, holding yourself back because there's some separation and longing going on. This is, I think you're looking back on things. You're looking back on some of the past things that have happened, and you're kind of sticking with them. So you need to kind of let those go because you're still longing for something. Receive and open came out with thoughts and isolating. You're having isolating thoughts, and that is what's controlling you. I think your mental state is very fragile right now with everything that's happening and just with how you are as an individual. This is no fault of yours. It's just, again, it's that ego and an inner child, I think, that are kind of overwhelming you a little bit. And that's why you're having the isolating thoughts. But just remember that there is other opportunities out there to kind of help you along. You're a very committed person, because the bottom of the deck is this one here. So family, home, and commitment. You're a very committed person. And right now you're going to be stuck. this is kind of a futuristic card at the bottom of the deck. You're kind of stuck in the middle of the road. So there's different directions that you can take to get to the end result. You just don't know how or which direction to go in. So you're kind of just stuck and stagnant right now. So you got to unstick that energy one way or another so that you can correctly make the right decision for you in your life. The only person that can make that decision is you. So anything that comes out in the reading, it's ultimately up to you on what you do with the information, because it's your life. It's however you wish to live it. So right now you're kind of just stagnant, and you got to unstick that energy somehow to make a decision on what pathway you want to go. Let me grab another deck. I'll be right back. All right, this deck had a lot to say. So this one was kind of an overall deck too. The first one was Hold that came out. So this one here is about feeling very tied up at the minute. So that kind of goes back to the pathway one, where you're just stuck. You're just in limbo right now as far as what direction you want to take things. And you might be in negotiation with certain things too. Boundaries. Boundaries are going to be huge for you. So I'm getting huge goosebumps. See my goosebumps? It's 74 degrees in my house too, by the way. So this boundaries is in all aspects of your life. You need to set healthy boundaries with individuals around you in all aspects. So this is about keeping discipline with those boundaries. So if they cross your boundaries, then close your door a little bit on them. If they don't test your boundaries, then you can open your door a little bit on them too. So you're in charge of the door on how much you're open to them, okay? And it's about, are your needs getting met as well as their needs are getting met? So it goes both ways, giving and receiving. So are you giving out more than what you are receiving? That can be a boundary. Okay, so boundaries are going to be very, very important for you, because I think that that is causing a lot of strain on you too. You need to develop a strategy. You need to develop a plan of action, and you need to keep your eye on the prize, and you need to be organized with your stuff. I think you're a very organized person as it is with how you are coming across with the first deck, but this is about, again, having that plan in place, keeping with the plan, and having your boundaries in place as well. But have fun. Make sure that you are still having a fun and having a retreat, relax, time out, doing that self-care that we talked about in the first deck, okay? False twin flame is about karmic. There's something karmic going on. I don't know if it's like a competition of some sort or if it's something else that's happening, but there's some sort of karmic that's going on in your life that is like a third-party influence. So when I say that's a third-party influence, it's not necessarily another individual. It can be something external that is affecting you. So whether it be another person or whether it be a situation or whether it be something else, there's something third party that is affecting you with this karmic. Deck came out as well. So I think whatever this third party is, it might be a little bit of a toxic kind of thing because of the karmic that's involved. And the deck card is just basically about like budgeting. Make sure that you're budgeting appropriately and you're building finances and that you are differentiating between what you need and what you want. So needs are different than wants. So just make sure that you are separating the two. Now, this next part, we have multiple cards that have jumped out all at once. Okay. These all pretty much came out back to back. So we have Enlightenment, we have Value, we have Jackpot, and we have Dance. So let's go over them kind of one by one. So the Enlightenment is about like trusting your guides, trusting your angels, trusting your intuition and yourself in making decisions and surrendering to those decisions and not second guessing them. So this is about just moving forward, and once you start moving forward, the Value is going to be coming, and Jackpot. So Value is about priorities and about self-worth and appreciation. So know your self-worth and know your appreciation, what you bring to the table. Jackpot is about risking a few things and having faith that the risks are going to pay off, and you will rejoice and be happy with them. So being present and, like, again, rejoicing, okay? Serendipity came out next. So serendipity is about like blessings, cosmic wishes coming true, those sorts of things. So when you do these sorts of things, then things are going to happen, okay? The next card came out, and then Storm came out shortly after. So the next card is about chapters tying up loose ends, cycles coming to completion so that new cycles can begin. When this karmic cycle ends, once you figure out what the karmic is and the lesson from it, if you don't learn the lesson, it's going to come back again. Okay? Your storm is going to come back. If you learn the lesson and it doesn't come out again, then your storm probably isn't going to happen. But you need to figure out what this karmic is. So the storm is about, it can be about fear. It can be about being insecure about something. It could possibly be with jealousy. It's triggering you. So again, I think it's mostly up here. So you gotta, again, kind of just get out of your head and have those boundaries in place, and also make a decision and stick with it, because again, the whole tied up and the crossroads and those sorts of things are all coming into play. So once you start making a decision and moving towards that decision, it might be a little rocky at first, but it won't be as bad as if you stay stagnant. You know what I mean? So then we have scarcity that came out. So scarcity, it kind of goes along with the deck card, but the scarcity is about having like a lackful mindset. So not appreciating what you already have and value in your life. So you have more than enough to get you through, kind of idea. So look at the things that you already have around you and appreciate what you already have around you versus what you may not have around you. Okay? Sparkle, and then Earth came out after that. So this one here, I think you might be connected with Earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I think that might be one of your big three. But the sparkle is about having that confidence within yourself, having that glow up within yourself, and investing in yourself and knowing what you are doing is correct for you. Okay? And again, notice the wall. So boundaries, when I view this wall, it's like a big boundary. Okay, but I don't like viewing boundaries and stuff like walls. It's more of a like doorway versus a wall. Okay, just as a heads up. That's why I was saying, like, for boundaries, view it as doorways, because doors are easier to open and close than walls are to build and crumble. Okay, the bottom of this deck is synchronicities. So just be on the lookout for synchronicities in the future to kind of help you, because those are your angels and guides and things trying to get you on a higher vibration, because they're trying to help you. So I think you're seeing numbers. I think you're seeing some angel numbers. So as far as like asking your angels for help, then you can always try and reach out to them to see if they have any guidance for you, because they're always around you. I am going to grab one more deck. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went to my tarot, and the first thing that came out was the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles is about manifesting new opportunities, beginnings, good news, ambitions. It's about skills and training. So this is also about financial opportunities and new career paths, new connections, exploration. Stage is like beginner earth magic as well. So making plans a reality. And you can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet your dreams. So that's what this one is representing. The next one that came out was the Sun. So the Sun is about joy, inspiration, success, abundance, fulfillment. It's about creativity and positivity, love, manifesting dreams, inner beauty. Overall, this is like a yes card, okay? And this is also about like being whole and knowing that you're more than enough when the time comes. just make sure that the sun's not going to burn you, because the sun can be overly bright and can actually burn you. So then we have the World and the Moon. So the World is also a yes card. It's also about like completion, joy, wholeness, happy endings, those sorts of vibes, okay? And literally can be like traveling the world. And then the Moon is about illusions, hidden truths, the unknown, trusting your intuition, facing your fears. It's about symbolism too. What did I talk about before? This is about symbolism as well. So you need to figure out the symbolism and the metaphors that your team is trying to tell you, so that you can have this wholeness and this joy and achievement and the happy endings, okay? So I think that it is going to be coming. It's just a matter of you trying to figure it out and discerning what the illusions are versus what reality is too. So then we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, I'm drawing a blank here, hang on. Knight of Wands. This is about passion, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, okay? This is also about taking courage and taking inspiration and inspired action in the pursuit of adventure. But you're going to need strength to do this. So the Strength card came out next. The Strength card is about courage, but it's also about a calm strength too. So not being overly confident. This is about being a graceful leader. It can be about like being a gifted healer as well, purity of thought and spirit. This is kind of you, okay? So it's like a quiet strength. It can be about like animal lust and instinct too. So you just gotta, again, kind of differentiate some of the stuff that's around you that's reality versus illusion stuff, to kind of sift through the BS to get to the stuff that you actually know to be true, okay? So you're bringing compassion and strength forward, and you're using them for good, basically. And you are a light worker for sure with some of these cards that have come out. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is about fantasies. It's also about choices, okay? So knowing about the choices. And it's about wishful thinking. And it can be about like the temptation of what if and the coulda, the woulda, the shouldas, and those sorts of things. And are you on the path that you need to be on to move forward? So that's stuck energy. So you need to release it and trust the path that you're going to be following, and trust it and move forward without knowing the full picture. So you are one, again, that wants to know what's going to happen. This is what's keeping you stuck, because you can't move forward without knowing what the future is. You want to know what's going to happen if you take that pathway. This is saying to basically, you have your fantasies and choices, and the temptations are there and the pull is there, but you got to trust yourself to move forward without knowing what that future is going to look like. Okay, so you're still gonna be a little stuck. You gotta make a decision on what way to go. And the only person that can make that decision is you, unfortunately. So I hope this helps. I hope this kind of clarifies a few things for you. But just know that you got good cards on your side, and you got fast-moving energy coming once you start making that move. But you, again, just got to sift through the illusions versus reality and just get out of here a little bit. So again, let me know how this resonates, and let me know about those packages too. So thank you for trusting me, and thank you for your patience.